dagger right here. He prepared to get rid of me the way I...
Paul Heyman just shoved a young fan to the ground outside WWE Survivor Series WarGames, and the video has over 1 million views, with TMZ, People Magazine, and Newsweek demanding answers. The 60-year-old manager was walking out of Petco Park in San Diego, with Logan Paul steps behind him when a kid broke through police security and rushed him. Heyman reacted instantly, pushing the child backward onto the concrete. Security scrambled. The crowd gasped. And now the wrestling world is completely divided over whether Heyman crossed the line or did exactly what he had to do when someone violated his personal space. But here's what nobody's talking about. The context of what happened inside that arena minutes before this incident makes Heyman's reaction way more understandable than the headlines suggest. Welcome back to your home for explosive wrestling news. The video footage shows everything. Heyman is surrounded by police officers and WWE security, forming a protective barrier as he walks toward the ESPN post-show interview set. Fans are filming from behind barricades, shouting his name, trying to get his attention. Then, suddenly, a young boy wearing a baseball cap breaks through the security line and sprints directly at Heyman. The kid doesn't stop.
That was legitness. Yeah, it was, huh?
He doesn't slow down. He puts both hands on Heyman's chest and suit jacket, making physical contact. Heyman immediately shoves him backward with both arms, sending the child stumbling outside the security perimeter.
FBI, open up!
The entire interaction lasts 3 seconds. Heyman doesn't look back. He keeps walking like nothing happened, while other security guards step in to hold the crowd back. If you haven't subscribed to Alpha War Room yet, smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because what really went down before this moment changes everything about how you see this controversy. Here's where the story gets complicated. Minutes before this incident, Heyman's team won the men's WarGames match after a masked intruder stormed the cage and destroyed CM Punk with a brutal kick and stomp. Nobody knows who the masked attacker was. Speculation is running wild that it might be Seth Rollins seeking revenge. Braun Breaker followed up with a spear pinning CM Punk and giving Team Heyman the victory. Logan Paul, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and Brock Lesnar all celebrated with Heyman in the ring. But the masked attacker's identity remains a mystery, and fans of CM Punk are furious about how the match ended. So Paul Heyman walks out of that arena knowing angry CM Punk fans might try something. He knows Roman Reigns loyalists are upset about recent storylines. He knows Cody Rhodes supporters have been hostile toward him for months. His adrenaline is peaked, his guard is up. He's surrounded by police, specifically because WWE security anticipated potential confrontations. And then a stranger breaks through that police line and rushes him with hands extended. Heyman reacts defensively in a split second, not knowing if this person is a threat. But wait until you hear what the other side is saying. Critics are destroying Heyman online, pointing out the fan was clearly a child who was excited to meet his hero. The boy wasn't attacking. He wasn't being aggressive, he just wanted to get close enough for maybe an autograph or a photo. TikTok comments are brutal, with people writing, "That was a kid, man, that's not cool," and "That was a bit much, Paul." The video shows the boy stumbling backward after being shoved and other fans nearby looking, shocked at how forcefully Heyman reacted. Thousands of people are questioning whether a 60-year-old man needed to push a child that hard when security was already there to handle it. And here's what makes this even more controversial. Industry veterans are defending Heyman, arguing he had every right to protect himself from unwanted physical contact. Wrestling journalist Dave Meltzer noted on Twitter that spontaneous fan interactions can escalate dangerously fast, and performers are advised to react defensively when someone rushes them unexpectedly. Fans defending Heyman point out the boy violated the security perimeter first by pushing through police officers who were actively blocking the crowd. They argue Heyman couldn't have known in that split second whether the person rushing him was a child or someone with bad intentions. Paul Heyman has navigated hostile crowds throughout his entire career. During his ECW days, fans threw chairs at him and tried to attack him during riots. He's been trained to react when someone breaks through security. He's 60 years old, managing some of the most hated heels in wrestling. He's a target every single night. And on this specific night in San Diego, he just helped a team that included Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar defeat CM Punk in controversial fashion. The security around him wasn't just for show, it was necessary protection. But here's the real question everyone's debating. Where did the failure actually happen? Was it Heyman's fault for shoving too hard? Or was it security's fault for allowing a child to break through the perimeter in the first place? Frame-by-frame footage shows that security guards were looking in different directions when the boy slipped past. The officers surrounding Heyman and Logan Paul were focused on the crowd ahead of them, not behind. That gap allowed the kid to rush through unnoticed until he was already touching Heyman's chest. TMZ reached out to Paul Heyman for comment but haven't received a response yet. WWE has stayed completely silent, with their spokesperson declining to address the incident when contacted by People magazine. Logan Paul, who was walking directly behind Heyman during the incident, hasn't said anything either. The video continues accumulating hundreds of thousands of views across Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, with fans picking sides in the comments. Some are calling for WWE to discipline Heyman. Others are praising him for standing his ground and protecting his safety in an unpredictable situation. Wrestling podcasts are analyzing every angle, trying to determine if Heyman's reaction was proportional to the threat. Security experts are weighing in on whether the shove was justified self-defense or excessive force against a minor. Legal analysts are discussing whether the child's parents could pursue action even though the boy technically breached security first. And the wrestling community remains divided, with passionate arguments on both sides about personal space, celebrity safety, and how performers should handle overeager fans. Subscribe to Alpha War Room so you never miss the controversies that divide the wrestling world, because Paul Heyman's 3-second reaction just sparked a debate that's going to last way longer than that.